Hey everyone, Randy here. I write under the pen name Miranda K. Dark, and some of the OGs may have noticed that the channel name has now changed to The Dark Project. And that is going to be a culmination of all of my creative endeavors, primarily writing and book-related stuff. But I do still have a few old crochet tutorials up if you are also a yarn crafty person. This is going to be a goal recap to see how far off the mark my unrealistic expectations were at the end of last year. However, they were in relation to my audio channel for the most part, because at this time last year I had pretty much completely given up on this channel, because even though I never intended for it to become a primarily craft-based channel, knitting, crocheting, whatever, that's what it became. It became this big consumerist mess that I did not enjoy, and I was trying to pivot in a way that would still be meaningful to me, that I could also enjoy, and I just didn't see how I was going to get there at that point. So I just kind of left it, let things run, get like $5-10 a month from AdSense that adds up over time from the tutorials, and here we are on our way to 10K, and that'll be one of the goals for the year coming up. So to recap, my goal, like I said, was for my audio channel, which is called Dark Dominion Words That Scorch. And that is where I do some narrative story readings. I do a lot of collabs with other horror-based narrative channels, because unfortunately I've kind of gotten pigeonholed into a non-horror subsector of the audio space on YouTube over there for now. We're working on that. We're working on broadening and expanding. But in regards to that, I finally figured out what my issue was with both of these channels. And that is that I wanted a place where I could combine everything all together into one space, and it just wasn't working, and I couldn't figure out why. And I watched a video the other day from Nate Black, who used to, I want to say the channel that he worked for a very long time was Video Creators, and now he's doing his own separate solo thing, which is pretty cool. Good for him. And he talked about that there are several different types of YouTube channels. There are documentary style informative channels, there are entertainment channels, there are performance-based channels, and there are hero channels. I may have gotten some of those slightly incorrect, but the ones that I'm focusing on here primarily are performance and hero. So, with the audio channel, people are wrapped up in my characters, not necessarily me as a person, which gets kind of dehumanizing after a while if you're not looking at it from the right perspective. But hearing that was just a light bulb moment for me, and this was literally just a few weeks ago. So I realized that Dark Dominion, which is my audio channel, is a performance-based channel, because that's what people are there for. They're there for the characters. They're not there for me. And I don't fault them for that. That's not how I brought them on. I didn't bring them on with, oh, hey, this is my face, here I am, I'm going to talk about things. No, it was, I am playing these parts. Enjoy the stories that I'm telling. So that is what's going on over there. And here, which my initial plan for this channel was actually to make it a writing, craft, and storytelling channel, became this tutorial hero hybrid thing. And then I couldn't ever show my kids on camera anymore, which was extremely frustrating because they live with me, you know? So it's really hard to not even have the kids like walk by in the background at any point, because they cannot be shown on camera at all. Yeah. Kind of put a damper on things. So this channel is more of a hero type channel where I am bringing you along with me through the things that I'm doing and what I want to accomplish, and Maybe at some point I'll be giving out writing and creative accomplishment advice, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. If I do, it's going to be very tongue-in-cheek and with a flavor of your mileage may vary. Back to the goals. I'm going to list off what my goals were for 2023 and how they went. So, my first goal was 25,000 subscribers on YouTube on that one channel, which at the beginning of this year, I just passed 5K in February, and now I'm finally over 7K, but I had a lot of downtime on that channel this year, so if I had kept going at the rate I went from 3,000 subscribers in December of 2022 to having 5,000 subscribers right after my birthday in February of 2023. So I know what I have to do to generate that kind of a spike. It's just a lot of work and I need to plan for it because the last minute, oh crap, I have to record, edit, and post all in the same day shit just no. It's stressful and it makes me hate it. And I understand that in order to earn money from these things like it's a job, I have to treat it like it's a job. But I want it to be a job that I kind of sort of like, as opposed to everything is like pulling teeth and it's just no fun for anybody involved. In good news, between both this and my audio channel, I have over 16,000 subscribers total, which is really cool. So my goal for next year, for 2024, which is really lofty, is to hit 40,000 subscribers by the end of the year total for both channels. So that's an increase of 10-ish here and 13-ish over yonder. Or, any combination, as long as there's approximately 40 between the two channels, I don't really care. And maybe we'll get lucky and this will be the year that we pop off and go viral and everything, and I can take massage down to part-time because my hands are really killing me and so are my shoulders. Next thing, my goal was to make $500 a month on Patreon. I have now dissolved my Patreon, which was for R18 NSFW audios, which I'm not doing really anymore in any capacity. I do still have commissions open for them, but I can't dedicate time to that when it's not bringing me in the revenue that it needs to, when I could be devoting that time to something else that will be bringing in money. So that's been dissolved, but at my peak, I was making about $420 a month, which was pretty close. So we're going to call that a win. I was also hoping to be generating between $100 and $500 on Fansly, which was pretty much my backup for Patreon and for people who wanted to buy one specific audio rather than pay a subscription every month to have access to all of them. Like, you want to have this forever? Cool, like $8 to $10 a piece, whatever. That still exists, but I'm not posting there regularly. It's every once in a while. It's like, oh, I made an audio for somebody who said they don't care if I use it elsewhere, so here it is if you want to pay a little more for it. And it's kind of like trickling in residual passive income. But at my peak for that, I was making $110 a month. One of my other goals was to pay off a credit card, which I have done with one of them, and I'm working on paying down completely my second one, which I used this year primarily to update the furniture in the apartment, which was kind of a necessary thing, and the space in here is much better for it. So, sucks, but it was worth it. I wanted to pay off 2 loans in 2023. I did pay off one, and I have one of my 2 remaining paid down to the point that in 2024, I will definitely have that smaller loan paid off. And then the only one I'll have left will be the one that was a combination of paying off massage school and my useless custody attorney. Right now, I still owe about 14 or 13 on that one. That's like $560 a month. And the smaller loan was a first, last, and security deposit to get into this place, because who has like $5,000 just sitting around in their bank account? Not the average person, that's who. But I had good credit, so I took out a loan to be able to get it, and am paying off the loan and should have it paid off next year, hopefully. Sad goal, moving out of where we live in the ghetto by the end of the summer. Did not happen. Had to renew my lease here, and here's why. So, we're renting, right? Okay. My rent, as of January, is going up to $1,730, not including utilities, for an 800 square foot, 2-bedroom apartment with no dedicated parking, no bells and whistles. There's a pool and a fitness center, which means they've got like 2 treadmills and some free weights, and a 5-foot deep pool, which is, enough for the kids to get wet in the summer, and I suppose for me to cool down with, but it's whatever. This place was only $1,400 when we moved in 2 years ago. So I was looking at cheaper apartments to move, and I cannot move from here because I do not currently make 3 times the starting rent anywhere else, even though I clearly, since I have never missed or been late for a payment, could afford rent that is $300 cheaper than where I am now. Can't do it because the property management system is predatory and horrendous, and 99% of landlords are scumbags. The end. Okay, so moving on from that. Unfortunately, no, we haven't moved. We're still here for another at least 11 months. Next thing, I was hoping to go to the gym 3 times a week. And I did that for about 3 months. And then the weather started getting warmer and the kids and I were going outside more. And then the pool opened up, so we were getting exercise outside rather than doing the hamster wheel thing. And I quit working at the other clinic I worked at, which was right next to that gym. So it didn't make sense for me to drive all the way across town with how much gas costs out here in Washington. It's like average of $4 a gallon, slightly under now for the first time in like a year. So that's shocking. No, going to the gym, No, I didn't renew my gym membership for this year. I instead bought an adjustable weight bench that I can use for body weight exercises and stretches and stuff, and I have been incorporating that into my 10-minute blocks of time a day, which I can explain in more detail at another time, which I think I may have mentioned before, but anyway, yeah. So going to the gym 3 times a week, yeah. Art courses, which I was hoping to actually complete in 2023. I think I did 2 lessons and that's it. So since it's only like $5 a month, I signed up for another year of it because I really like the offerings that this particular program has, and it's the 21 draw program. So that is going to definitely be more of a priority and focus for me in 2024 because I really sincerely want to be drawing my own book covers and thumbnails for my other channel, because unfortunately, leading into the next one, I did make my own thumbnails for my other channel, but unfortunately the art in them was largely AI generated, and I don't want to keep doing that. Once my Midjourney subscription runs out in March, I'm going to be hopefully doing well enough with my art stuff that I will be able to at least start doing sketches for characters for those. It was a temporary placeholder thing, and I do plan to eventually replace all of the AI-generated thumbnails with my own art. But you kind of have to have flashy thumbnails to get people in. So it was a start. With the thumbnails, 50-50. Now that we're way deeper into this than I was planning on getting, here's my goals for 2024. 40,000 subscribers total between both channels. Yes, I have plans. I am working on executing them and getting things set up. So honestly, by the 1st of January, I am going to have content scheduled to go up for pretty much the whole month of January between both channels. And that is amazing to finally be at the place where I wanted to be, which is not scrambling at the last freaking second, because nobody's got the bandwidth for that. I certainly don't mentally have the bandwidth for that. I want to publish quarterly. I have a plan for next year. I want to put out a few novellas. I want to put out a horror short story collection that will all be my own works that are all like tied together with a common thread, and the opening and ending story for the book will wrap everything up in a neat little bow. I want to put out at least the first Blood from Stone book, which is the one I've talked about. That's the reverse harem vampires thingy-majigger. I do have that almost done. I don't know if I'm going to have the draft of that done by the end of the year, because I am just about done drafting my paranormal romance insta-love winter novella, which is actually part of a challenge that I decided to put myself through because I am apparently a masochist, which was to create a novella from start to finish in 24 working hours. Not 24 hours like I'm going to stay up from midnight to midnight. No. 24 working hours. As of right now, I've got 2 chapters left to finish on the thing, and I think I've still got I've got it all written down somewhere. I'd say I have about 10 working hours left to finish it. I already have what is going to be an interior cover because it is hot shirtless dude, and you can't use those in Amazon ads or on Facebook ads. So I'm going to make a discreet romance novel cover for it that's primarily just text and flash behind the text to make it stand out, and go from there and see how that goes. But I'm planning to have that ready to rock and roll on the 1st of January. Doing the art courses is the goal. I will spend 30 minutes to an hour each day working on that. I have discovered that I can make time to do things. Sure, you can say, I don't have time, but we all have 24 hours in a day, and it comes down to where your priorities are. Like, yeah, you can sit there and scroll on Twitter and scroll on Instagram or TikTok or what the hell ever for hours, because it takes no effort and you get that temporary dopamine serotonin boost from the scroll, which is not what I'm going for. I have things I want to achieve, and it doesn't involve mindless consumption. So I'm going to make time because it's important to me. And the closer I get to 40, the more I feel like I really need to ramp it up, because yes, I am young, but I will not live forever, and there are things I want to achieve before I'm gone. So yeah, keeping at my 10-minute blocks of things every day, even if all I achieve for that particular task is 10 minutes. So that applies to writing. I want to write for at least 10 minutes every day. Reading. I've been reading for 10 minutes every day. My little Kindle app tracker thingy says I'm on day 82 today, 81 or 82 in a row of reading. So that's pretty awesome. And I think I'm at like 18 or 19 weeks, something like that. My goal with that initially was to make sure that I was reading a few days every week. And now that I finally got that hammered into my routine, it's just part of my day. I'm reading every single day, even if it's just for 10 minutes and I pass out and smack myself in the face with my phone and have to move it. Reading 10 minutes every day, writing 10 minutes every day, exercising 10 minutes every day, doing Duolingo for 10 minutes every day. My Japanese is getting okay-ish. I think I could probably have a conversation with like a 10-year-old, as long as it wasn't too terribly in depth, and I could get them to speak slowly. I'd be good. So that's pretty awesome. And another thing is that I want to work on building up my Ream subscription. So Ream is kind of like Patreon, but it's specifically geared towards authors. It's got a lot of functionality similar to Wattpad. You can comment within a story on each paragraph. There's a little community tab. For my page in particular, following gets you access to like first chapters of things, a few exclusive things here and there. Like right now, if you wanted to read what's done so far of my novella, you can go check it out there. But once I publish it, it won't be available for access there anymore, because I'm going to go through Kindle Unlimited, because that's how you start building things, is yanking people in with the freebies. But through Ream, I do have a tier where you'll get access to like signed book box stuff at a higher quantity of money. Subscribers obviously get more perks and stuff, but it's pretty much just getting to have a place where you can talk with me and get early access to things before they go public for a couple of bucks a month. If you're interested in that, the link will be down in the description below. It's reamstories.com/mkdark. Like I said, following is free and you can still access the community tab that way. And my other thing that I want to finish in the first quarter of 2024 is I have 2 courses I am currently enrolled in that I paid quite a significant chunk of money for. One of them, which is run by the people who also run Ream, is the 6-figure subscription author accelerator course. And it runs you through everything on building up a subscription, how to market your subscription, how to market your books, all of these things, how to make your writing like crack to people so that they just keep coming back because they want more. There are some very successful authors who make a significant amount of money through Ream and other subscription platforms, and it's interesting. We'll see how it goes. So that course also gives you access to, there's going to be like live chats and everything else going on, and they separate the people who are in it based kind of on your genre and who they think you'll jive with most as a mentor or instructor. So we'll see how that goes, because that's actually going to be starting in January, but admission into this particular cohort is already closed. I think they're going to have another one open up in like second quarter of 2024. But that's one of the courses, and the other one is Dan Koh's digital economics course, and that is copywriting, marketing, building the personal brand rather than having to make 50 different accounts for, oh, this niche this niche that, niche, whatever you want to call it. Nobody's got time for that. I am one person. I am rolling all this stuff on my own. That's what's nice about this channel. This is my personal brand channel. Oh, hi, I'm Randy. You know my face. You know my voice. Yes, you know I write things. I am an anime nerd. I am a single mom. I have cats. I like coffee. I am not a fan of branded, licensed things in general. I don't like big name coffee shops. I actually got a $25 Starbucks gift card from my boss for Christmas. And I was like, I think I'm going to end up having to buy their coffee beans, because a $25 gift card will get you, what, like 2-3 actual drinks with how expensive that is. Plus, then they expect you to tip. Okay. Not for me. But I do drink a lot of coffee, and I have a cappuccino machine, which is amazing and wonderful, and I'm so glad that I got it. It was a treat yourself type of deal, and I'm super glad. Those are all of my goals for 2024, and I'm also hoping to get more comfortable using dictation, which I have been working on a little bit here and there. I haven't been super dedicated to it. And speaking of that Insta-Love paranormal romance novella, which the working title right now is Arctic Dreams, I wrote 6,501 words yesterday. That's a lot of words in a day, and that was writing too. So if I can get my brain on track to just talk the words out, I could be probably easily doubling or tripling that in a day. I hope you all enjoyed this. Let me know if you've got any wins or fails from 2023, anything you're carrying into 2024, anything new that you know you're definitely going to or not gonna do for 2024. Let me know down below, and I will catch you guys all in the next video. So take care, and have a good one, guys. Bye.